What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Warner Brothers conference at CinemaCon, and I'm going to start off with. And I didn't get around to do it. Like I said, I've been really busy the last day and a half. So finally going to talk about what they showed or some of the things. So first off, The Bride. Christian Bale is playing Frankenstein's monster, and it's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. And I, for some reason, my brain just went Dark Universe. Well, I thought they got canceled. What is going on? But I'm like, oh, this is Warner Brothers. They're doing something different. This is not the same thing because like Dark Universe is Universal. So I guess they got to see a little bit of a scene where like Christian Bale, the Frankenstein monster, is like smashing this guy on the wall or something, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for a Red Band trailer if they show in a Red Band trailer at some point for this movie. So until I see some footage, I'm intrigued, but I can't say I'm excited. So Mortal Kombat stuff, Mortal Kombat 2, they didn't really have anything except they announced who's coming back for Mortal Kombat 2 from the previous movie. Now, if you don't want to hear, turn down your volume. I'll give you a thumbs up after I'm done talking. Okay, here we go. Kung Lao's coming back for Mortal Kombat 2. And he was a great character in the first one. Now, I didn't really get to enjoy the first Mortal Kombat reboot because I had some health problems. I'm okay now, everything's good. But I didn't get to enjoy the Mortal Kombat reboot movie in theaters. Yeah, so I got to see it when it was on streaming and everything. So I need to do a rewatch because a lot of it I don't remember. Okay, there you go. And I will say this is not, well, Johnny Cage. They show Johnny Cage as being played by Carl Urban. And I guess at some point he puts his sunglasses on. And he's like, I'm Johnny fucking Cage. And I'm like, let's go. Oh my God. Like, I don't know about the casting of Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. I hope he pulls it off. I don't know. I hope Johnny Cage is badass in Mortal Kombat 2. So they announced this one movie called Weapon, starring Josh Brolin and Julie Gardner, who was from Ozark. And apparently, like, I was watching a little bit of John Campia's CinemaCon post stream, and I think he said that these kids, and Julie Gardner is a teacher, and the kids go missing at, like, I think he said 2:30 in the morning, which I think he meant to say 2:30 p.m. Because I was just like, what kids are in school at 2:30 in the morning? So, and nobody knows where the kids are. So I'm thinking maybe this is a alien abduction movie, a sci-fi. I don't know. I'm very intrigued about it until I see footage. I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I do love Julie Gardner in Ozark, like, and I love Josh Brolin. So, then they showed 10 minutes of F1. I'm not into race car like NASCAR or Formula One, but if I was going to get into racing, I would definitely get into Formula One. I love Gran Turismo. I'm not going to talk about Gran Turismo, but that was a really cool racing movie. When I watch it again for a second time, I'll definitely talk about Gran Turismo. But anyways, but yeah, F1. I was telling people at work, I think this could be my big surprise hit of 2025. I honestly will even go a little bit further in saying I could see F1 being in my top 5 or top 10 favorite movies of 2025. Like Brad Pitt, I think he's going to be great in this. I'm so excited. I'm very excited about F1. And I can't remember when F1's coming out. I think it's late summer or early fall. But I'm definitely excited about F1. Okay, a little bit of animation news. So apparently there's a Cat in a Hat animated movie, which is being voiced by Bill Hader. And I love Bill Hader. I think he's fantastic. He did the voice for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I'm pretty sure. I think that was him. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I might watch that tonight for my next movie into the animation Celebrate Animation April. So, and then they're also doing a Flintstone animated movie. And I'm like, is that IP still relative? Does kids know who the Flintstones are? I mean, I grew up with the Flintstones in the 80s. I mean, I feel like some people might know who the Flintstones are. Same thing with the Smurfs. Oh, the Smurfs trailer. Oh, God, that was terrible. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, it would be almost like Warner Bros. Saying we're doing a Huckleberry Hound or Magilla Gorilla movie or a Captain Caveman movie, because a lot of people would just be like, who's Huckleberry Hound? Who's Magilla Gorilla? I grew up with Magilla Gorilla in the 80s stuff and everything. So that is very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if people show up for that movie. And then anyway, here we go. Meat and potatoes of the DC conference is, or actually Warner Brothers conference, sorry, but the DC stuff. So James Gunn came out, and I guess he said there was nothing to show off for Supergirl. I think they should have said at least Supergirl's filming great. It's going awesome, whatever. Jason Momoa looks great as Lobo. I think they're going to have some Comic-Con footage or more stuff. I think they're keeping that for Comic-Con in July. And there was no, future announcements, but they got to see 10 minutes of Superman. And I'm going to talk about the scenes, what they showed. So if you don't want to hear, lower your volume. I'll give you a thumbs up. All right? Here we go. So that scene, the movie starts out with when Superman's crashing and Krypto is comes to him. And I guess there's more to it where he jumps up and down, he jumps on him, and Superman's like, ow, 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 like, Krypto, get off, get off, get off. And he's when he takes him home and stuff and everything, he takes him to the Fortress of Solitude, and I guess it has the Superman logo on the Fortress of Solitude, and Alan Tudyk plays one of the butler robots, and at some point, I guess, Krypto, messes up the Fortress of Solitude, and I guess the robots take him into the Superman into this, in this, tube or something, and they reflect all the sun's rays on him so he can heal up. And then when he gets out of it, he sees that Krypto made up a mess and everything. And I guess they showed off a little bit of Nicholas Howlett. I think Nicholas Howlett? Or oh man, I forgot his name. The one that plays Beast. But anyway, yeah, as Lex Luthor and stuff and everything. And I think they showed off a little bit more of the kaiju and stuff and everything. And I'm just oh my God. Just hearing people talk about what they showed off for Superman even gets me even more excited for Superman. Okay, thumbs up. That's done. I'm done talking about Superman. But anyway, I think from what I heard for what they showed, I think Superman is going to be a fantastic movie. I think I heard Krypto steals the show. He's going to steal the whole movie. And I have it as my third most anticipated movie of 2025. My first one's obviously Ballerina, because I've never been disappointed with any of the John Wick movies. And number 2 is Fantastic Four. So I hope Superman hits, because I feel like a lot of people gave up on DC, and I really hope that Superman brings the fans back. I never left. I am a diehard DC fan. I grew up with DC, so DC will always be true to my heart and stuff, even though I think Marvel has done better movies in the theaters. But I love DC. I didn't get into Marvel until almost the early 90s. So anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what that opening weekend numbers is and what the target is for opening weekend, and see if it exceeds that. Is it going to do $1 billion? I don't know. But anyway, that's it for the Warner Brothers panel. A few things, a lot of cool stuff coming. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.